The drone went down fast, too low, too close, and gone in seconds. Honestly,
you might ask yourself, what am I doing up here? And why?
Somewhere between mountain roads and river crossing, things started to fall apart. Literally, I flipped. But somehow, this trip still gave me space to breathe and relax. There was beauty too, in the moments I didn't plan and places I almost missed. This was the biggest challenge yet. Let's rewind this whole thing. This is how it all started. Morning friends, we are about to leave here from our lovely homestay, our hotel at Mù Cang Chải. And then we're going to go down to Tak Sui, which is also on our route further south. We decided to actually go all the way down to Mai Chau and then cut back to Hanoi instead of just going straight. So this adds another 300-400 kilometers to our total drive on this epic journey. But it should be amazing, and I think we're going to see a lot more.
All right, friends. Whew. On our way we go. We are leaving this beautiful place behind and what an experience. The Thule area and the Le Champ resort, just absolutely gorgeous. We had a great time, and now we're on to the Eco Lodge, Xule Eco Lodge. 130 kilometers to go today. Hopefully we'll get there by noon or like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., somewhere around there. And yeah, looking forward to it. So bye bye. Getting out of town. Except Sean is already behind again. Why is Sean behind again? Just kidding. I mean, we're all right at our own pace. We have our destinations set up, and yeah, spending time on the road today. Looking forward to it. Let's see where this beautiful day takes us today, and what's to see at the Eco Lodge. You know, we're just there for one night, so it's a stopover. Most of the time, I think we'll spend a lot of time now on the road, just driving from place to place. So, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, we are rolling into town like the champions we are, and I mean, this place looks as good as any, Sean. It's just up here. There was another one somewhere, but I think I'm just pulling this guy. Sean, are you gonna win or what?
I've watched 3 games in a row.
So basically, we're about an hour and a half from our checkpoint today, and we might try to find another hot spring on the way. There was a resort we were trying to stay at, but they didn't have anything available for the night because they're booked out. But that doesn't mean we can't go into the hot spring, right? So we'll try to go there and see if we can get into the hot spring. If not, we'll just move on. But, you know, asking doesn't hurt.
2 hours later.
In the middle of nowhere, there's a modern elevator built for a spa that makes 0 sense. But, you know, welcome to Vietnam once again. Here we go.
So we stopped in this town at the hot spring, and you know, why go to one hot spring when you can go to 2 hot springs? So now we're going to another hot spring here in this little town, and then we'll drive on, which is another hour and a half to the resort. But I think this is a detour well having. Once again, we've outdone ourselves from the previous day, and Tram Tau Hot Spring is absolutely amazing. 3 different pools, 57 degrees, 42 degrees, and 38 degrees, and then there's a normal pool in the back there, a restaurant, bar, the whole shebang. I would say if you're in the area, come on, stop by. Make this a detour spot on your route like we are doing, and soaking our bodies for a little bit, and then we're gonna head on up the mountain pass after this. But yeah, neat little detour, huh? Operation get a soak on the road is complete.
Very nice.
It was awesome. It was really nice.
Absolutely.
And now you know what a $5 spa looks like in Vietnam. So it's, the entrance is about 250,000. What was it? 200,000?
200,000 for two, yeah.
200,000 for two. So yeah, a little bit under $5 per person, and just amazing. And here's the big elevator, in case you don't want to walk and you get too lazy. You know, every step counts with all the gear that we always wear. All right, so what's next? We're gonna go into the mountains, onto the pass, stay there for one night, and then move on from there. So we're just making our way back down the town here. This dog is like, Jesus, dude. I don't know, watch out, John. This dog did not really budge. Anyway, so going to the mountains, getting up to that viewpoint and staying there as well. And then we'll see. Go from there. Cat. This seems sketchy, but I guess that's what we're doing. Sketching it out today. Not the road we came on, but that's okay.
After crossing a handful of rivers and creaking wooden bridges, we climbed again, back to 9,000 feet, thin air, tight turns, and that feeling you get when you're further from everything, including your own comfort zone. We just kept on riding.
Stop right here for a minute. And 10% incline. Doesn't seem like much, but when you carry all this weight on the back, and a carburetor that hasn't been working so well, and you're getting on altitude, and you're hoping that little sucker can get you up. I wouldn't go on a scooter with all the gear and stuff trying to get up this mountain. Yeah, it might be a little much for the bike. Like for this little guy, it's pretty good.
Some roads don't need words, just a motor, open sky, and the kind of view you only find when you're too far to turn back. We're gliding, cutting through the mountains, tracing ridgelines. I wanted to show you this moment the way it felt from above. It was bigger than us and it was amazing, but sometimes these shots, they come really at a cost that you have to be willing to take and a price that you have to be willing to pay, especially when you're filming, trying to make it look nice, and then it happens.
You might ask yourself, what am I doing up here and why? Guys, this is life, honestly. I'm being harassed by some bug. Holy shit. So I came up here to to get my drone in this dense vegetation, risking life and limb. Probably not the smartest thing I've ever done, but do it for the channel. Just kidding. Just wanted my drone back. But I am so freaking out of breath. Holy shit balls. I'm coming down. Right after the crash, I was drenched in sweat, dust, and adrenaline. Climbed down, took a breath, and I changed clothes after the side of the road. Everything was tense, shaky, loud, and in hindsight, it was dangerous. These mountains are home to pit vipers and cobras, but I got lucky. But by the time we reached the mountain pass of Khau Pha, something shifted. The air got cooler, the road opened up, and for the first time all day I didn't feel rushed. Sometimes peace shows up right after the chaos, if you make it far enough to feel it, and I definitely felt it in that moment.
And understand the world. He makes you. It's incredible. Okay, we're in a little town here, turning off the valley. By the national park. Crazy shit. Okay, friends, quick coffee break or iced tea break complete. 20 minutes ago to our homestay. Yeah, it's been a day to say the least, but you know, gotta have adventure. A trick I learned yesterday, which I don't know why it took me so long to realize. Oh, today actually, you can stand on your peg like this and you just go over the bike, easy peasy, especially when you have so much gear, instead of swinging your leg over like an old cowboy who needs a hip replacement every 5 minutes. Okay, onward and upward we go. Anyway, so we'll stay here for one night, and then we are on our way to the hippie home. Hippie home is on the other side of the Mù Cang Valley, or across the Red Dao River, or the Red River, I think it's called. And then we're there. So for one night, we're chasing the highways and views these days, but today was pretty hard to beat, I think, on the second half of the journey after the drone fiasco. So now we're supposed to be here somewhere, and hopefully the place pops up in the middle of the mist. You know, that's the thing. You always find places that are middle of nowhere, up a mountain, down a valley, trying to get our ass onto the rest of the world, and we made it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Tukwa Echo Lounge. Thank you. I'm here all week. Friends, we made it. We are at the lodge now, and it's been a hell of a day. This was a long day today. Not because of the riding. I think the riding was fine and the landscape was great. But I think we just had a long day because we did the drone rescue. It took an hour, and then we went to the spa. And now we're at this rustic-looking lodge, which is nice. It's quaint. I think a lot of people come here to go hiking and motorbiking. And we are like here for one night and then we'll go tomorrow. So I don't think there will be much more tonight to report, but I'll pick it up tomorrow morning.
All right, boys and girls, we're out of here. Bye. Yeah, it was good. Nice little sleep at the Eco Lodge. Slippery when wet. So, and now we're off to the next destination further south to a beautiful waterfall, and 110 kilometers to go. 3.5 hour ride, shouldn't be too bad with a ferry crossing. And today is the national holiday, so we're getting our ass out of town to hopefully not have too much traffic and too much activity on the road with the holiday. But I mean, in the US we would have like a lot of activity, so we'll see what happens today. So let's go right together, guys. On top of the world here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all that down there. Crazy. I think there's a truck stop there. Watch out. What they're all doing. Okay, friends, we're almost an hour into our journey, and it's a historical moment. We are reaching the 1,000-kilometer mark of our journey. We've driven 1,000 kilometers on bike, all through Vietnam, which is kind of nuts and fun, but also taxing. So we'll probably have another like 200-300 kilometers to go in total in our like journey of things. But yeah, here we go. We are at 1,000 kilometers. Woohoo! Amazing. We made it this far, you guys. I would like to thank my mom, Sean, and God. Sean can't really say anything, so I'm just gonna speak on behalf of Sean. Sean would like to thank his children, his wife, and God. He gives me the thumbs up. So, yeah, so pretty cool. As you can see, today's highlight also is going to be a ferry ride, so stick around for that. I'm going to go on a ferry and do that. What's the craziest motorcycle adventure you ever been on? What country? What have you seen? There's a lot of cool motor bloggers that I like and follow. Itchy Boots, I'm sure a lot of people know. She's amazing. What a tough woman. And just a powerhouse when it comes to adventuring around the world. Unbelievable. Really admire her. What she's been doing. Kind of nuts. Well, this river was a river at one point. Oh, okay, down here. See it. Holy shit. Okay. That looks fun, Sean. I don't know if he's leaving or coming or what the deal is, but that's our boat. I guess we'll just drive down there and wait. Alright, so this is a ferry, folks. The smallest ferry in the world. see what he says. If anyone is there, can we just drive on? Should we wait? How does this work? I have no idea. There's nobody there. I'm just gonna wait for a minute before I just get myself into trouble. There we go, guys. They're coming off. We're going on, I think. So, I don't know which one we're going on though. Left or right. $50? No, for this guy. Yeah. Paying the ferryman. There's something humbling about putting your bike on a floating sheet of metal, calling it a ferry. No schedule, no seatbelt, just hope, and a guy with an outboard engine trying to bring you to the other side. But somehow it works. It was great. You guys can hear me, but it's ferry crossing. So it took about 5-10 minutes. Amazing, pretty quick, and it cost, yeah, like I said, 50,000. And now I have to just turn my bike around in a second, and then we're ready to go. So, pretty cool experience, I would say. So friends, we are at the waterfall. It's pretty and very busy, but it's also a national holiday, so it's like a lot of people here, and we're just hanging out for a little bit and dip our feet in the water. I think we're too lazy to put all of our gear off and then go in the water. It's just a lot of effort. If I were here by myself, absolutely, but not today. So very pretty. Cool side, cool spot. If you come here when it's not a holiday. Obvious, but beautiful, beautiful place.
We lied. We went in the waterfall. Sean is in there right now, way back there, and I'm over here. But it's really refreshing. It's nice. So mission complete, guys. We did take a dip, and now we're on the way out. So definitely another adventure, but a fun adventure. And yeah, good times.
Gotta go up this steep hill. I'll really have to give it pedal to the metal here, because it's very, very steep. To be honest, it didn't feel right from the start. The climb out was steep, and then the surface didn't give much back. And I stalled the bike and I started sliding backwards and panicked. There wasn't much I could do, just hold on and try not to drop it. But the gentleman was helping me out. And then hands on the bar, push, not, and on, we were moving again. But then the real thing happened, and this is where it got hairy. So move to the side. I'm gonna hit the guy.
No injuries, just a bruised ego and a moment of panic. And then, like so many times before in Vietnam, strangers appeared, smiled, and helped me back on my feet. No words needed, just hands, nods, and the kindness you don't forget.
Come on.
Second time is a charm, I guess. It all worked out, and I finally got up the hill.
So, recap. Went to the waterfall, had a good time. Very, very steep uphill incline, probably like 20%, 15%, somewhere around there. I'm very heavy on the back. I had a line I picked. I knew what was going to happen. I leaned forward as much as I could. Limber rider position. But mistake, I think I had too much bite on my clutch. So the bike jumped a little bit. And I was trying to avoid people that weren't moving out of the way, as you can see in Exhibit A of the footage. And I had to dump the bike. So now trying to get up a bike downhill with that many people is not easy. So.
After 2 days, a flipped bike, a crashed drone, and more help than I can count, we made it to Mộc Châu. Still standing, still rolling, a little beat up, but exactly where I'm supposed to be. That's a story for another day though. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. Most of you are not subscribed to my channel. And comment below what was your last crash you had on your bike or drone.